My stars, reading time. I've got when your stomach's like feeling really nervous and your heart's like, oh, that's what I'm feeling. Normally when I get that kind of sensation in my body before a reading, it's either you've just received communication and your poor little heart's gone from bloody here to the other end of the world, or you're really wanting to send something and you're pretty nervous to hit send, or it could be the person connected to you. So let's just confirm. Let's confirm where these nerves are coming from. I feel this is a now reading. I should get literally. This collective, you've either just had communication and it's completely shocked you and your poor little heart and like can't stop racing. Compromise, forgive, work it out. Let's get a dice. I feel this is a now. If a 1 comes out, it's now. 2. Okay, so the next 48 hours. Let's do the next 2 days. Oh, good luck to this collective. I think you're on the receiving end of it. Like the message, but let's confirm. Whew. Maybe you had a honeymoon phase with this person. It could have been a shorter lived romance. Side note, you could be attending someone's wedding coming up as a detail, but I more feel it's the first thing I said. You could be getting prepared to have another honeymoon period. Oh, my heart's still beating. So this could be a water sign. You could be a water sign, but emotions are running high right now. Why do I feel it's the person connected to you extremely nervous? Hold on. Let's see your connection. Hold on a second. Hold on. Ooh, okay. What's going on with this connection? Do I want actually, I'm going to get tarot. What's happened with this collective and the person on their mind? What's happened? Oh, okay. World. 6 of Coins in reverse. Star. Okay, 3 of Wands. It's like good, bad. Okay, I feel just off the bat, this really felt like a completion in your life. This person definitely made you feel surface level. So when you're looking back, you clearly felt some contentment and stillness when it came to this connection. I really think this connection, maybe you found each other in the midst of, closing out a certain cycle. You could have just moved. You could have got a promotion. I just feel when this person entered your life, you were kind of on the up and up with this world energy. You were definitely starting. It's like you had ended a chapter and you were creating a new beginning for yourself. Okay. This 6 of Pentacles in reverse, I don't think in the moment of your connection you realized it felt a little bit one-sided. I don't know if one of you guys were making more finances here or whatever the case may be. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel intuitively in the moment, especially with this star energy here, you didn't feel it was conditional giving or you were dependent on this person or vice versa. You might be kind of just, that's your love language. You're a giver, you provide, you do it to the people that you love. Those kinds of energies. You can be out and only have $100 left and, you're still shouting people. I just think you're a giving kind of. I just think pretty much off the bat, especially with this world energy too, it's a real sense of belonging. I just feel you felt very safe with this person. For you to have star energy over this, I feel this person put peace in your soul. It really felt like, I don't want to say a renewed kind. It could have been someone different to the rest of, people that you had dated in the past. But I feel even in the midst of this is a kind of spirituality as well. So you could have been quite a spiritual soul when you guys came into alignment. This person could have been quite spiritual, but I'm not feeling that. I feel you saw greatness in them, but I don't think they were as spiritual and still as you were in life. but I think pretty quickly there was quite a few restrictions placed on this connection. But I will say, even with this Three of Wands in reverse, this returning home energy, I feel this felt like a connection, felt like a true soul bond, like you had known each other in other lives, okay? But this is reminding me of a collective. As quick as it started, and kind of came to a halt, is what I'm hearing. There was a lack of progression, which means you either went very, very quick, 0 to 100. There was nowhere to go. You got to the top of that hill too quickly, and then things started crumbling. I actually think this was a burden in the connection, but you were blinded to it in the moment. Okay. But let's confirm this world energy. Yeah, so Ace of Swords in reverse. I think quite quickly you guys had probably not the best communication skills. I think Ace of Swords in reverse, it kind of creates a little bit of clouded judgment. And I especially think because you were in such an up and up in your life, I think you're a little bit clouded to the actual grievances that were going on here. It's a kind of hostility as well. So I don't know if it was a very passionate connection, but anything that has blocked communication skills, it can start to become quite frictional and hostile right off the bat. And I just think definitely some beautiful emotion, but there's definitely a lot of blocks here. Okay, there could have been a bit of misinformation flying around this connection that you weren't aware of. So a lot of mistruths being spoken, especially if you are someone quite spiritual. Maybe you weren't completely in your, spiritual power when you met this person, but there was something, you definitely saw the world differently to how this person saw the world. And anyone that has that real spiritual soul, I say we're all born spiritual beings, but unfortunately it's the programming in the world that cuts us off to our magic. But I just feel this collective, you might not have been completely excelling in your spirituality, but you definitely remind me of my walking lie detector. So even though you might not have known mistruths for facts, if you were someone that couldn't leave a certain topic alone without you knowing intuitively, you knew the misinformation that was being granted to you was literally misinformation. So it's reminding me of a few accusations here and there in this connection, especially, and I always say this with people that are givers, you don't give with an expectation of being given back to. It's not how your brain works. You don't buy someone something and think, I want something back. But after time, your subconscious programming feels taken advantage of. And this is a big detail here, because I think this collective, you were a bit blinded to how much you were bending over backwards, let it be through providing or emotion or whatever it is. I think you really tried to make this person feel safe and valued, appreciated, provided for. In the moment, you didn't understand how one-sided that was, especially if it was quite passionate and intense. And let's just say your love languages were a bit different. This person expressed themselves, let's say, more through physical touch or, quality time. Maybe they really prioritized you, okay? And that can really blind us sometimes when the passion is electrifying and they are making us feel like a priority. So that 0 to 100, living in each other's pockets, canceling certain plans to put you first. Like sometimes we can really get blinded by the actual friction in the connection when we are feeling very seen. But anyone that's a giver, and it's a beautiful quality, but that's a love language that definitely, there needs to be things given back as well, okay? Not just time. It doesn't work for this kind of energy. You start to harbor resentment. And if there was a lot of things in your soul that just didn't feel right and you felt that this person wasn't being the complete honest with you, after time, you paying for everything, always providing, whatever the case is, making this person feel emotionally heard, okay, opening up vulnerabilities for them so they felt safe. This would have started being very triggering for you, this collective. And I think when maybe certain hostility did arise, you'd get guilt, you would try to redirect it, you would start to backtrack on the things that you were feeling and asking for truth with, because this person really deflected and made you maybe feel a little bit crazy for it. But I just feel the right collective. There was a lot of things here you knew to be fact, if you knew it to be fact or not in the moment. It was just your intuition. But I think that certain things that kept coming up in your intuition were always denied. And quite quickly there was a lack of trust here put between you and this person. At least my heart's not beating as quick, so definitely wasn't balanced. Your clearly 6 of coins in reverse, but 2 of coins here. I don't think, again, there was enough equal give and take here. Maybe you didn't have a happy work-life balance at this point either. Maybe without you knowing, especially if you were really starting to become accomplished, or you just had a, pay rise or a promotion, or I just feel this collective, your work path was really a priority at this time, and you might not have been aware of it, but especially if you were kind of that breadwinner or paying for everything, or, you were independent and you had to pay all your bills by yourself, like, of course you would have prioritized work. But I just feel this relationship and your work kind of felt like a juggling act. Okay, you could have met this person at work. The right collective, there is definitely something about finances not being equal, so don't make it fit. Okay, I think this was a big struggle here and you didn't see it in the moment. And I see this a lot with connections, especially if the feminine energy, the female vessel is making, more finances than their spouse, their masculine energy. If the masculine energy isn't completely in their worth, their sense of security, a feminine energy that unfortunately makes a bit more, or is in a bit more strength in a connection. And I always say, feminines, you have an innate, protector in you as a mama bear, so it's quite easy for your dominance and your masculine to come center stage when you are in this kind of dynamic. And I feel the person that was connected to you, unfortunately, this made them feel a bit demasculated, if they cared to admit it or not. I think there was a lot of intimidation by finances. Don't make it fit. There was clearly a lot of back and forth when it came to whatever this pentacle grievance was. Okay, I might sound irrelevant for this collective, but I always say about 95% of relationships really get affected by finances. Okay, in the moment you don't notice it. Financial pressure on a relationship can cause a lot of destruction. And can I be honest? The right collective, this goes back to this. If this was quite, intense quite quickly, and you were already paying for everything right off the bat, this is kind of that energy. When you guys put yourself in a position like that and it doesn't go to plan, unfortunately you end up feeling used, and then you question, were they just there for financial benefit? Were they, do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's very important, people that have this love language, beautiful quality, but you need boundaries, and you should never give to someone that is not prepared to give back to you in return. Okay, just saying. Confirmation for both of the things I was saying. You got the moon here under the star, so I actually think this collective, very spiritual person, I don't think you were completely connected to your star energy. You were blinded. You were a bit blocked. Me personally, I see that moon as ancestral discovery, diving deep into your true potential in life, activating your birthright, right? Trusting what's within. And I don't know if you were in the process of truly activating into your path in life or whatever it may be. This star energy, you didn't see your full potential. You didn't trust in your gift. So like we said before, those moments, you were like a dog with a bone, the accusations, whatever it was, that I don't think was your trauma. It was your gifts. You knew something wasn't right. but you were made to feel quite crazy about it. Okay. Another thing, I think you were a bit blinded to how this truly made you feel. Remember I said it's like you felt this person put peace and sanctuary and this in your soul, but from what I can see, and I'm not saying you didn't have good times, but it wasn't a serene relationship. It could have been a relationship that activated you to your purpose, yes. It could have definitely been a far greater reason for this connection at that standpoint. I say everyone that comes into our life is for a reason. Biggest reason I'm seeing here, this person was meant to crack you open. Okay, you didn't know how powerful you were. But again, uncertainty through deception. It actually made you feel quite like a lot of instability pretty much off the bat. But I think because you were blinded by your love bubble, I just feel you didn't think this person was going to go anywhere. I think you thought this was a past life connection. Maybe your dream state really started to be activated because of this person. So I'm meaning you started having prophetic dreams. If you started having prophetic dreams at a later age, you would have had these as a child. That's a true gift. I always talk about the dream state, the astral state. When we dream, we're clearing off past timelines, karmic timelines. You know those dreams you have, you feel like you're in another land, or you're not the best version of yourself, or you dream about past relationships. Maybe there was an ex in this life that treated you like absolute shit, but every time you dream of them, it's you treating them like rubbish. You're seeing the karmic debt that's playing out. So just how we can clear and dream of past timelines, current timelines, because it's a multiverse. Our dream state, people can also dream future timelines, prophetic dreams, which is very rare. So there's a reason I'm deviating about this for this collective. I think you actually have prophetic dreams. Powerful, very powerful. You could have dreamt your separation here, okay? But this person, this connection, gosh, did it bring up some anxiety that I didn't even think you realized, or you could have realized you had embedded in your soul. Even though I'm seeing someone spiritual, I'm not seeing either person healed. Okay, so you hadn't completely activated. I think, boy, oh boy, did you activate after it, though. Yeah, blocked intuition. I don't think you knew how powerful you were. 3 of Wands in reverse. Strength. It made you build your strength, though. Oh, train horn. I think you're extremely compassionate when it came to this person's needs and wants. I said that before. I just think that's the way you make someone feel seen in love. Maybe you're great with words of affirmation and quality time. I think you did make them feel like a priority. They might not have felt that, especially with this juggling act with work, but I think you were, especially acts of service. You're a provider, so you might be that person, you know, you're always cooking for your spouse or making sure the home's really taken care of. I just think you guys express love in a different way, okay? Making sure the bills were paid, it was comfort, it was safe, it was stable. Like, I think that's the way you really show someone that you're there. And I think in that moment, this person didn't appreciate all the efforts you were putting in, and vice versa. And I always say it's so important we know each other's love languages and how to compromise on those. I think in the moment of this connection, you started losing self-belief. At the start, I think it gave you a lot of confidence. Like I said, I feel this person made you feel very seen and validated, probably more than any connection you had ever been in. But quite quickly, that self-belief and confidence, I think, started diminishing. I think this person... It's really sad because you can see the blockage here. Like, you couldn't see the red flags really playing out in your connection. You were just so blinded by the intensity and the feelings. One more. Wow. And then you got your heart broken. You felt very disappointed. You felt manipulated. Whatever they offered you was revoked very quickly, so there could have been a lot of promises here, especially long-term commitment. It's like everything that they once promised, they took it off the table, and I don't think they gave you answers because it led to obsession. This connection made you obsessed, and it makes sense with the heart palpitation. That's very intense. So without you knowing, this person makes you nervous still. Like, for you to experience that kind of emotion when they pop back up in your energy field, this was intense. And I always say there's no bigger sign than our body's emotion, and maybe your higher self is trying to say to you, you still don't feel safe here. Okay, but Hierophant, you could have really started developing your magic. He's my card of magic and rituals. But it changed your faith and values and beliefs in life. This connection and marriage, I do think there was things like this offered here in a very short period, which is a little bit silly. I talk about this all the time. When someone makes all these promises right off the bat, it's coming from a place of lust. You can't... Love takes time to build. You need to know each other's greatness, but also you need to see each other at your worst and work together to heal each other, to open up with vulnerabilities and strengthen your bond. Where I think here, this collective, every time either of you were met with a vulnerability, it would become hostile. You didn't have the right communication skills to solve challenges. It just turned into conflict. This changed your whole outlook on love, on life, on you, on this person. You broke free from your programming, is what I'm hearing. This is smelling very divine, I'm not going to lie. A lot of pain here, but anyway, let's keep going here. Communicate. Yeah, just prepare. There's a reason I say everything, and just the acceleration and the stomach knots and everything I was feeling. Don't mistake that. Yes, this is beautiful, and I do believe, I don't even need cards to see this right now. I will confirm with cards, but intuitively I really do feel this person wants to get back on the path of commitment with you. But you want to make sure, especially, let's just say this is actually no, I'm not even going to talk about it as a divine pairing. I'm just going to talk about it in general. This collective, you were blinded by so much in the past because of the intensity of emotion. I think you love hard. I think it's quite hard for you to let someone in. I'm not seeing an avid dater. Maybe you've had 1, 2, maybe 3 long-term or commitments in your life. I think you don't let many people in, but when you let them in and you let them into your heart space, you can really be blinded by the flags that are presented. And if you've been single since this person, you just want to make sure you're not repeating the same things. And let's just say your heart's about to do exactly what I felt at the start. You need to sit, you need to simmer, even if it takes a week or 2, you need to find centered emotion. You don't want to approach this situation in an emotional state, because you can see how much hurt has been created here, and I think you're both holding on to hurt. I will confirm everything I'm saying with cards, but just bear with me. This is all coming out for a reason. So let's just say we've got 2 people that have emotion. Let it be remorse, regret, love, passion, anger, frustration, resentment. That's the only reason your heart would be going from here to China, because you still haven't let go of everything, right? So we've got 2 people that are accelerating in emotion when they think of one another. So the last thing you want to do is, if you get a message, is reply from a place of emotion, because your emotion's going to take over and you're going to lead with emotion, not logic, right? Which this kind of collective, I feel both of you have been quite impulsive with each other in the past. When it comes to acting or communicating with each other on emotion, it turns hostile and things get clouded and it can become quite back and forth, right? I don't know if it's been a long time here. I don't know what the case is, but for you to still have the emotion that I was feeling, the accelerated heart, the knots, the this, the that, there's still a lot of emotion tied to this person. So my advice before we even keep going, this needs center. You cannot, and people think, oh yeah, I'll wait an hour. I mean, no, you think about it even more. Okay, this is going to need to take a good maybe week, even 2 weeks for you to see this very logically. Go over what's been done. Yes, this could be something beautiful, but just the intensity here I'm feeling, it could also be highly triggering if not dealt with properly. Okay, don't take the moment of bliss here, is all I'm saying. Because you've got honeymoon phase here again. You don't want to just go through another honeymoon phase. It'll break you, truly. You want something long, you want longevity here, okay? I always say this over on TikTok. I don't know why people just crave a message. You shouldn't be putting that into the communication. That's terrible. You shouldn't be on your knees saying, I just want to hear from them. Just get them to message me, because that's what you'll call in, just a message. You guys have to remove that out of your energy field and say to your spirit team, if this is meant to be, do not allow this person back in my life till it's time for union. You need strength there. I don't know why you guys crave communication. I always say, true divines, it takes at least that accelerating, the anxiousness, all of that, it takes a couple months to truly simmer down from bad communication, okay? A lot of people think that accelerated heart is because, oh, that's my person. No, it shows there's still too much emotion tied. And when there's too much emotion tied, especially with unfinished business, so whatever was revoked without explanation, like I said, my advice, make sure you find center and you're using logic when it comes to this honeymoon phase. Caution, everything we say. You don't want another honeymoon phase. You want longevity. So, and you need to be honest with yourself. If you get this message and then you put your phone away and you commit to yourself and your self-love and self-respect, and then all of a sudden anxiety comes in, oh wait, maybe I do need to reply. If I don't reply, they might not write back to me. What if I don't send this one reply and I never hear from them again, and all you've gotten is a hey, I'm thinking about you, we need to talk? Do you think after what's happened in your past, a hey, I'm just thinking about you, we need to talk, do you think that's enough for you as a person? Because if when you put your phone down, or whatever the case may be, and you know within yourself, I'm going to put my first self here, I'm going to really regroup and I'm going to go over it, regroup properly and find center. If that can't even last an hour without your guilt coming over, self-sacrifice, an act of service, no, I have to reply, I might never hear from them again, shows you don't see yourself. And I'll tell you right now, from an outsider looking in, one message is not going to fix everything. So just remember that. Just when that anxiety comes over from you choosing you, because that's what happens with people that have acts of service. You're so prompt to put everyone above your own needs. It's a hard lesson to learn, okay? Just remember this situation, you were the one that got your heart broken. From what I'm not saying you both didn't have a broken heart, but I feel this collective, like, you can see the pain you went through, all right? So just don't be scared by your silence means I'll disappear, because if they disappear after one message without a response, it was never worth having. Just remember that. I'm saying handle this properly, take it slow, so it's not just another short-lived romance, okay? Sorry, I'm like a mama bear for you guys. This is beautiful. I'm not saying it's not, but trauma in the heart is hard, okay, because we can excuse a lot of BS. Just make sure your cup feels full before you're trying to fill someone else's cup. Don't have more empathy for their needs than your own. Health. And yeah, so this emotion through this breakup. And it is going to surface again. And this is why you need to center. A pen and paper is going to be your best friend over the next couple of weeks. Just write down everything you're feeling, even through your silence or you not responding. I'm just here for... If you want to respond straight away, you can respond straight away. But I just, from what I can feel here, good intention. But if it's rushed, I don't think this person's completely, healed certain tendencies that made them take off in the past. And this collective, I can feel your soul. You might think you've completely healed, but I can feel the emotion that this person still brings up in your soul. Okay. But there is going to be a lot of emotion here. It's not going to be easy. But you got this. One more. Good thing. So you've waited a long time too, and this is where the sense of urgency comes to reply. So let's just say you've waited a very long time for this person, right? And then poof, here they are. Don't have fear that if you don't respond, because I see it all the time. And when I read you guys personally, even collectives, I feel the strength in, when I'm speaking to you guys one-on-one, or even in collectives, you see the strength in messages. And then I get contacted by you guys and you're like, I should have listened, I didn't listen. And it just breaks my heart. Just don't fall into fear. Remember, one message, it's just not enough. Okay? But good things come to those who wait as well, so there's no need to rush it. If you really believe this to be a soul bond of yours, they're not going anywhere, and you need to trust that. Okay, but let's break this down. I just want to get you guys done first, and then we'll really break down this connecting energy and their true intention. Okay. Oh, that's split. Oh, you inspire them. That's nice. Okay. You guys. So, Lovers is up. Gemini energy could be important as well. Okay. Taking inspired action. Hold on. Let's get all of these. That's you. So dependable, loyal, and faithful, and giving, and caring. That is a quality that should never be changed, but it should be admired by a companion of yours. And it should be given back to as well. Just remember that. That, to me, is that King of Pentacles energy. You're ride or die. Okay? You're trustworthy. You're dedicated. Whoever you let in, you'd give them the world. Alright, the Garden, Libra, so you could be an air and air pairing, but justice is at play in your life, so you would be getting a lot of lessons. Broken record, I say this all the time, whenever there's something very pivotal, we get those same lessons in our day-to-day life to see if we're ready for the big reveal, right? So see what's making you nervous and anxious right now. I'm just going back to the feeling I had before I came into this reading. So that feeling that would be coming over you in other aspects to show you how that feeling can really overwhelm you. Okay, so let it be maybe a stress about someone in your family or finances, or you know what feeling I'm talking about, don't you? Like like you swallowing your stomach, like, well, you know what I mean. You can't swallow, you know what I mean. It's like your heart's like, and you're just like, oh, it's like you feel kind of stopped in your track by the emotion. Okay, whatever's really overwhelming you into that state right now, you've got to try and center. Okay, don't try and rush something. Don't let it overwhelm you. The universe is watching to see how you handle that emotion, that acceleration, okay, that with something that's out of your control and just hit you unexpectedly. Okay, right now you've got the Lovers and you've got justice at play in your life. So life lessons, full circle moments, karma, okay, truth and balance to certain situations, all right? I think you are trying to have a good time and get yourself back out there. I don't think you're playing the field, but I do think you're maybe really connecting to your community or getting outdoors a lot more. It's like naturally, intuitively, you're preparing yourself for something big, okay? But I think you are focused right now. You know there's a start of a new season coming. And I always say our life repeats in cycles. And everything I say is for a reason. If this person entered your life, the right collective they did, when you were coming into another cycle, the job promotion, the new home, you were starting again, you were going through world energy. So what's going to happen? Look for these areas in your life. Are you in acceleration mode? Are you planning on moving? Are you do you feel, because I feel this collective, you know you're coming into a new season, a new cycle. You know it. So just like other cycles, and I know I always say when we're healing, they hold our cycles back a little bit. So we're 85% of the population, they really experience that 2-year karmic cycle very kind of, it's to wake them up. And unfortunately, 85% of them don't even wake up to their toxic life. They're like, oh, bad luck. But anyway, once you guys activate and you're seeing the world, they try to make your cycles not as hard. They give you a lot of emotional lessons, right? So it's like all your blessings are getting accumulated for the cycle. You're ready for permanence. I couldn't stress to you enough about right now the decisions you're making with this lover's energy, the duality, your balance that they're trying to get you to experience. You've got soul contract energy all around you, especially with your karmic energy and the emotional lessons, that purple curtain you've been working so hard to clear, okay? Right, collective, you need to be so aware, especially people that are taking advantage of your kindness right now. Friendships, even if they're lifelong friends, families, co-workers, whatever it is, boundaries, okay? You need to learn how to speak up for yourself and not feel guilt, or more empathy for the other person sitting across from you. Because I feel this has always been an issue for this collective with love. You give, 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 give. Okay. See the lessons. Because communication is, we know, 2 days away. Okay. Things that make you nervous, don't back down with. It's funny, I did a reading yesterday. It's like those conversations, you know someone's saying something that doesn't sit right with you, but you choose not to stand up for yourself. You know, you just choose to let it slide. I find this happens so much in the spiritual community. You got to remember, you guys activate. You've got people around you that judge you all the time. Your program friends, family. It's like they always put little digs and dabs and you guys just tend to silence. Speak up for yourself. I don't agree with that. I see things differently. You might not agree with me, but this is how I see things. We are allowed to have different point of views here. Okay, there's a reason that came to my mind. That sounds very random, but just little things like that where your nerves take over and you just choose to go into silence and let someone speak over the top of you. Okay, I find this a lot on this healing journey. Oh, love and light. Bullshit. It's not just about love and light and being a doormat. I say it all the time. You stand up for yourself in a constructive way. Okay? Socially acceptable, calm, constructive, kind, compassionate way. No one's better than you, and you are not better than anyone else. We are equals in this world. So no one should speak down to us in a passive way. Okay? And I find that comes a lot on our path with family and friends. And they should be called up on it. Okay, you're getting these kinds of lessons for a reason. Because if you can't do it with those people, imagine you in love. You walk on eggshells, let them get away with everything. That emotion's not getting anywhere. You repress to what? A state of explosion. Then the littlest thing this person does to make you feel underappreciated, not seen, not validated, mistaking your kindness for weakness, another version is going to come out of you. I'm wanting you to learn this now so you know how to stand up for yourself when things aren't right. Okay? But your ADHD brain, I just more see that as the fixation an ADHD mind. It's just 100 miles an hour all day, every day. This, that, this, that, this, that. They're wanting you to work on that as well and find center. So, of course, they're going to put you in situations you feel nervous and your heart's racing and it's making you fixate. They're wanting to see, are you strong enough to understand this is just a lesson? Don't let it consume you. But flighty, nervous, making contact, text or call. This is in your contract. You're clearly ready. It's on your path. I can feel it coming. How are you going to handle it? Okay. So again, my advice, and I'm about to get into all of that, I wouldn't respond right away, or I would respond transparent and say, I got your message, but you know, I can feel in my body, I can feel in my emotion, I'm not ready to respond. You're going to have to give me a little bit. If you like, that's beautiful. You're not wearing a mask, you're not playing games, you're being transparent, but you're also being honest, and you're letting this person know that you understand your emotion and you understand this doesn't feel right for your emotion right now. Okay. And then personally, advice wise, I put it on pause for a couple weeks, see if this person can give you your space, or if they're kind of like a dog with a bone, something that affected your relationship in the past. Anyway, throughout those couple weeks, see these lessons you're getting, how you're dealing with nervousness and conflict and overactive mind and fixation. And because if you can't deal with it with just the mundane aspects, you're not going to deal with it in love. You need to be honest with yourself. Are you ready for love? Or does love still make you anxious and codependent and overwhelmed? Okay, hard to hear, but it's the truth. You need to know your emotion. But new start when it comes to your career. So right, collective, everything I say is for a reason. You're coming into a winning season right now. Just how you were when this person entered last time. And when this person entered last time in the midst of your winning season, this collective, you clearly lost it all. You don't want to repeat it. But experience, achievement, longevity, you've probably been working on your path for a very long time. And isn't it funny? They came together, the achievement with the love energy. So just like before, past cycle, you're about to repeat the same. They're finally releasing your cycle. And I think this has been quite a while, quite a few years here. Do it right. Love, romance, joy, bliss, heart's desires, feeling content, kindness, forgiveness. That's the issue with this collective. I think you are a very forgiving person, which is beautiful. But do you forgive and forget? It's quite easy to say, I forgive you. But or are you? And I feel you are still holding on to some past grievances, which means there's unfinished business. There's been a lack of words. Can't truly forgive and forget until you've healed what's been done by sitting on it, contemplating, hearing it, overcoming it, still understanding. Okay, but without that, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be yeah, I get it. But as humans, we need time to sit. We need time to reflect. We need time to dissect, and we need to sit in that truth and really see and understand how it's making us feel. Where I feel this collective, you just give forgiveness. You still hold on to the pain of it. So it's not really forgiveness. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel this collective, yes, you've got communication, but from the energy of both of you, there's a lot more deeper things that need to be discussed than just communication and having a date here. Okay, you need to build your trust bond back. Sometimes I say to you guys, and this is why collectives are different and you should use discernment. Some connections you can have years apart, and I say that's enough time to heal. But when there's been destruction and betrayal and a lack of answers and a lack of closure, and you've been holding on to it for years without any kind of transparency or understanding on why things happened, you need to heal that still. It's different to just having a separation, an amicable separation and going your way, right? And saying we're not good for each other right now. If it's meant to be, we might align in the next 5 or 10 years. That's a peaceful separation. It's amicable, right? Separation, I'm feeling here. Everything that was once offered was taken away, and then you were left with no answers. It left you in obsession. That needs a conversation, okay? Time or not. you can't just forgive without, oh, it's okay, I understand, we both needed to grow. Bullshit. You will never trust this person. That needs depth. That needs honesty. Okay? Because every time this person makes you some form of promise, you're not going to believe it to be true. And if you struggle with anxiety, anxious attachment style, codependence, abandonment, whatever the case may be, there is no words this person can say to you to make you believe their intention. Because everything they once said to you and promised, they ripped it away. Okay? And you believed it to be true once upon a time. Like I said, this collective, your past connection, you had so many red flags, you couldn't even see it. You just felt so in love with this person. Okay, that needs to be healed. I can't stress it enough for this collective. You just remind me of someone. Someone can put you, especially in love, someone can hurt you and then even say, oh, I shouldn't have done this. I'm sorry I didn't. You're like, oh, no, that's okay. I understand. Come on. Don't make it fit. Like, I'm hearing it for a reason. So self-sacrifices do. You just become doormats to people's shit. And you shouldn't. If you are a dependable person, you need to see that through action. That is not something that can change in you. That's a core value of yours. Someone that's dependable, that's connected to a flake, it doesn't work. A relationship riddled with anxiety. Just remember that. Whoa. So there was marriage around you before and it's around you again. But again, you cannot be proved dependability by words. It needs to be action. And I do believe this person can be that for you. But you need to believe it in your soul. Otherwise, you're going to be very temperamental in this connection. Okay? From what I can see here, this is very beautiful. It's written in your contract. But it doesn't mean behavior should be excused. And I always say what you excuse at the start of a relationship. This is what you're building your structure of the relationship. This person needs to know they hurt you. They need to understand that without depth, honesty, and a lot of committed effort, you're not going to bring your walls down, okay? Because you bring those walls down too quick, you're shooting yourself in the foot, okay? Think long term, not short term. If you're long term, you've always envisioned you marrying this person, grounding with this person. You want to make sure you're building the right structure, okay, is all I'm trying to say. That your belief systems, your programming, everything, you're going over everything in your mind currently, this collective. You're witchy poo. Oh. So you know how to alchemize. You know how to transmute. I think you have such a powerful community around you too. You just remind me of a spiritual queen or king. Anyone would be so lucky to have your sacred glow in their life. But you need to believe that. We are all one of a kind, but I just think you're a very magnetic soul. And just the way I see you can love someone, you deserve that back. Just remember that. Okay, Libra Justice. Yeah, don't let this person walk all over you. Remember, I think you've really found your backbone since this connection. So don't lose your backbone to this love. Because if you know you found your strength, and yes, you might still get tested and be a bit nervous, but this and that, and you see straight away, you just crumble and you become like, oh, around this person. You need to be honest with yourself. I'm not ready for them. I'm not ready for them. They still illuminate all my trauma. Okay, if you can't stand up for yourself with strength, it's not going to work. Okay, hard to hear, but it's the truth. 15th of the 10th, 20th of the 8th, 10th of the 10th, 10-10. It could be a completion. 18th of the 10th, 12th of the 7th, 24th of the 10th, 24th of the 1st. Important dates or memories. Okay, harmony. Remember, love's meant to be our sanctuary. It's meant to be our peace. It's meant to feel like a safe haven when right. Okay, it shouldn't make us anxious. It shouldn't make us overwhelmed. It shouldn't make us pace. It shouldn't make our heart go from here to the other end of the world. When our emotion's doing that, it's the universe saying, look at how highly charged you are. Too much emotion tied. You're not ready for this. Back away. Okay? See your body's emotion. And every day, write down how your emotion's improving until you're completely balanced and you have strength and you have the courage to... And I have to make it clear, that's not an hour or a day or two. It takes a while. Have patience. Okay? All right. I quickly want to see, just one more, I want to see your feelings because I just think I just feel so much unconditional love still. I even think through all this. You just want to hope you don't love them more than you love yourself is all I'm trying to say. This doesn't work. Oh, you know. Incoming. For some of you, this could have just happened and, oh... You are a divine. You've got so much compassion and understanding and unconditional love for them and their trauma and their behavior. I really feel for some of you, this has found you just in the nick of time. You're sitting on that message and you're in that hour and you're like, I'm just going to reply. This has found you for your strength. Okay. And I know I'm giving some tough love here and I'm not telling you this isn't beautiful and pure. I just want it to be right for you. Okay. Remember what I said. If you're stressing that just because you're choosing silence in you and you're choosing to simmer down your emotion, you have a fear that they're going to run away again. It's not time. It's not time. Okay? Don't have more understanding and compassion for them than yourself. Look what's been done. Look at how long you've waited. Okay? You yourself have trauma that your spouse should want to take care of and have empathy towards. Just remember that, okay? Remember what's happened here. And yes, it needed to be done. And everything happens for a reason. But part of this collective's shadow is boundaries, self-respect, self-love, understanding that your cup comes first. And that doesn't make you a bad person. I say this to parents. Do you know how many beautiful mums or single dads I read? And they're like, my kids come first. No, your kids come first when you come first. Because kids read energy. You could have the biggest smile on your face, but your heart could be broken and your kids can't get off you. They just want to hug you and annoy you because they don't know it here on mum or dad's hurt, but they can feel it. Kids read energy. So mums, dads that just bend over backwards for their kids while you're broken and you don't prioritize yourself, your self-care, it's actually a detriment. Remember, kids, shadow, 3-4 years old. From who? Who's their examples at this age? Their parents, their teachers. And if it goes for parents with their children, it's the same for love. Talk about it with pets, and I'm not trying to compare pets to children, although some people fur babies, like, I get it. But even pets, the way they read your energy when you're not right, okay? It's the same for children. I'm telling you, they're the most connected. We are all born spiritual beings. Your cup comes first. As you can never fill someone's cup up properly. I just want you to remember what's been done, okay? Because you know when they're not in your energy, but as soon as they pop in your energy, and you would have had this example, it all goes out the window, and you're like, hey, how are you? What are you doing? You want to catch up? You want to come and see me? You want to come over? Come on, my angels. And don't make a fit. Oh, it's blast from the... A lot of you, I know 2 came out, but for some of you, you're in the midst of it, because that's what I was feeling, okay? It's not time to rekindle just yet. It's time to grow. It's time to build trust, and it's time to build that foundation that you never got to build in the past because you rushed it. So you're both blinded by the intensity of one another, okay? Last one. Addiction. So I'm hearing a couple things. Actually, I'm hearing about 3 things. 1, because this is your feelings towards them. You're questioning if they still have addictions, right? 2, especially with that birds card. If this, and you'd be tested with this for the right collective, you're either whenever you get anxious anxiety, you just want to make sure, especially if you've chosen a path of sobriety, or you haven't just yet chosen a path of sobriety, but you notice when you're overwhelmed, you desanitize. Let it be whatever it is. Chain smoker, bloody drinking, the green stuff, hopefully not harder stuff, to each their own. But there's something here when you think about this person, addictive thought pattern, which we have to heal, okay? Let it be activates you wanting to fall into temptation, okay? No judgment, but I just don't think any of that stuff's healthy for a human vessel. But anyway, that's my universal truth. And if you know this person still struggles with addictions and you had financial issues in the past and you're on a path of sobriety and this person's not on a path, like, just these are all things that the right collective you'd be thinking about, okay? It's a bit of a red flag if that's the case too, okay? The one path of sobriety, the other one a bit like, let's be honest. Make sure core values and structure are being met, not excused because of the attraction or you've put them in the category of your divine. These are the seeds that need to be planted, okay? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, really see things surface. Is that only going to align with me short term while I'm in my love bubble, the 3 to 6 month period? Do I know after the 3 to 6 month period, or in a year or two when we're getting comfortable, are they going to be things that actually start aggravating me? Are they going to be things that actually cause detriment to the relationship long term? Don't think short term. See the red flags and ask yourself, will that align with me, even let's say 10 years? And I'm going to bring this up with karmics because I say when you're in love, you're in love. And I'm sure your mind will take you to a long-term karmic relationship where in the start you were just blinded by the attraction, the love bubble. But within a year or two, everything became toxic and volatile because of all those little things that were ignored on both ends. Those arguments that come up every single day that eventually end up breaking you, okay? And break your connection. Is it worth just having someone in your life for a few years for companionship, or are you ready for life partner energy? Because if you want life partner energy, you've got to make sure from off the bat that you align. Doesn't all need to be perfect, but at least align enough that you know this person I can compromise with, I can talk to, I can have clear communication. We might have different beliefs in some things, but I know we can compromise. And I know we can come to the same level, okay? The right collective, you'll know what I'm saying. Because I don't think this collective, you just want another relationship that's going to last a year or two, okay? Remember, you're someone, long-term commitment, from what I can feel from this collective, the right collective. Okay, let's get into it. It's going to be a long reading, sorry. All right, let's see their true emotion to you right now. I think this person's nervous. I think they're sick in the stomach. That's what I feel. Actually, let's get message cards first. Hope right now. I haven't used that deck for you. I've got, do you know what? I've got hundreds of decks. I should show like my whole bookshelf here and over there. And I've got them in the cupboard. And I always just tend to go for the same decks. I go through phases. I feel I should quickly show you. I've shown you my paper before. So, all along here. That little one. I've actually got a full wall length one coming for over there so we can get some of the ones from out of my cupboard. So it's just going to be, this whole room is going to be like a bookshelf. Does that make sense? Like you're in like a library. Anyway, I don't know why I showed you guys that. Maybe you're setting up your room or something. Anyway, this person's feelings. So you are my soulmate. It must have been written in the stars because you most definitely are my destiny. We belong together. Soon. Well, we know that. I'm going to contact you soon. They're on the, you might even get it while you're watching this. Okay, it's very rare I hear that, but for some of you that will happen. It's not that the love's not here. I'm not saying that. I'm just mama bear mode over you guys. I love your heart so much. See? I'm gaslighting you. But they know it. I've been lying to and gaslighting you. You weren't crazy, you were right. I just wasn't strong enough. The very first, well, we're on YouTube, but the beginning, the things you knew were wrong and they gaslighted you. But it's simple, really. How do I feel? I want you and us together forever. Strength, just saying. Don't let them bamboozle you again, okay? Just because it's been a lot of time. This collective, and again, I have to make it clear. I know sometimes I say, you know, long separate, if it's amicable. You were made to feel foolish and that you were just, okay. And this is also why you need a couple weeks to just simmer, because these are little things you need to write down and find logic how to approach certain situations that you did feel gaslighted for without feeling like this person, you're attacking this person. I always say it's hard to have a conversation, but this collective, like to keep someone into account, especially a broken energy, you don't want to push it too much. You yourself want to own some of your things when you guys do end up having that hard conversation. Like you want to take accountability for your reactions or your accusations or whatever it may be. Normally start with the accountability of your wrongs and then say, but unfortunately this, whatever the case, whatever the grievance, this has really stuck out to me, and you know, this is something I've thought about for a very long time, and I know to move forward here, me as a person, this is something that I need honesty and transparency with, and I need to know if I can actually come, you know, get over certain of these things or whatever the case may be. For me to be able to build a trust bond back with you, I need honesty and I need time. I need dedication. I need whatever it is, okay? But this is why it's you're going to need to really take some time to work out how to have a constructive conversation that's logical and it doesn't end up being triggering and igniting. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this person knows their bad behavior, so don't just sweep it under the rug. Because I don't think this person's going to come in and say, I was gaslighting you. Not straight away. But if you can put a pause and you cannot respond, and this person knows how much this has affected you, them themselves have a few weeks then to really think about a deep conversation as well. It actually gives you both time to think realistically and logically without the emotional ignition. Because if I'm feeling the nerves from you, I'm feeling it from them too. Again, the last thing you want to do is move forward in an extremely highly charged emotional state. And wild side, don't be giving them your sacred vessel either, but they're leaving the mindset that didn't serve them. We love that. I'm ready to leave a mindset or situation that has not served me and has hindered my growth. Like I said, I do think this is, it's not that it's not genuine, it's just others' attention, so they might think that you still maybe, so they're still a bit jealous, okay? But if they think you like other people's attention, them themselves would probably like other people's attention. They might be very materialistic, quite showy, you know, always, you know, has to be center stage. For them to really notice this quality about you, they embody it themselves. Just saying. Okay. Projection. This isn't goodbye. I think it was never goodbye. And that is strength for you, to stay in silence. I'm going to say I didn't want to walk away, but this is not good, but it was what was best for me and us. That is good. But this wasn't goodbye. We will be together again. Okay. I feel lost without you. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. How do they feel right now towards this beautiful collective? Oh, see? Because that was one of your biggest things in the past, your sexual chemistry. Be careful. Don't be, you know what I say? I wouldn't be Netflixing and chilling, okay? But the surprise call, they're like, ooh, themselves, all right? And it could be the intensity about coming forward. You're both on the same frequency here. There's a reason at the start I said I didn't know if it was coming from you or this is coming from both of you. Twinnies. Oh, that's good. So they have been healing. That's good. One more. One more. Oh! They've gone through their awakening just like you. That's very good. That's positive. That's positive. Okay. Last one, but ghosted. So they're going over it. And so again, reason, even though they're awakening and they're healing, you've been awakening and healing and you were left in the dark. And like I said, I'm not telling you to be mean and just leave them in the dark. Be transparent. I got your message. I need to simmer down from this. I didn't realize you still, after all this time, brought up so much emotion in me. I need to center. I'll get back to you soon. Don't give them a time frame. Just say, I'll get back to you soon. If they can't hold off 2 weeks without giving you space and they're starting to it's not time, okay? You tell them what you need. You've clearly adapted to their needs for a long time, okay? Don't give them a time frame. Just say you'll contact them when you're feeling more balanced, okay? One, it lets them know that, yes, there's emotion still involved, but you're not being, it's this kind of emotion or that. They've just stirred up some emotion in you and you need time to think about it. And if you were a reactive person in the past, believe it or not, that's actually going to make them be like, oh, wow, okay? Just don't react on impulse, okay? All right. Sorry, I just want a few decks, so I want to get these. How they see you, what do they admire about you right now? Sorry. Oh, your spirituality, your fate, your destiny. There could have been a loss here as well in this separation. Destiny, your spirituality, your divine guidance. I'm seeing, like, this is what they see in you, what they admire about you, your spiritual belief. So, of course, if you're going to act very, show them center, okay? It's also about sorrow, crisis, fate. Just side note, they could be coming from a highly ignited place in their life of sorrow. Maybe sometimes they look in and question if you have sorrow in your heart, or maybe they see sometimes a bit of sadness. I always say they see right through you, okay, as you see right through them. But normally in your separation, you can't see them. They're off the grid, but they can see you. Just like how before I said children, they just read energy. You could be presenting like the happiest person, but a true divine, sometimes they can just look at you even with a smile on your face and they're like, what's going on? Like you know what the right collective, you'll know what I'm saying. Good but bad. Every deck, this person and the passion for you. They definitely remember your sexual chemistry. Okay. About the way you overcome obstacles and problems. How many Mount Bloody Everest you've climbed. You've probably climbed 100 of them on this journey. They see you are in solitude. Okay. But they might think you're very indifferent when it comes to this connection now. I think they have belief you're their divine, but then they don't have belief. It's like... questioning. They could see you as a little bit stubborn as well. You could be quite a stubborn. I don't think you're stubborn. I think this collective, you're anything but stubborn, but maybe they think you're a bit stubborn. Oh, that's a bit much. That was Mother Gaia, so grounded. But 21st of the 8th, 30th of the 6th, memory, birthday. Mask. So there is something about the attention you get from others. I think sometimes, like, what are they hiding? What are they... This is a card of performance, putting on a show, theatre, presentation. The reason I don't like that, because you got to remember they're going over their gaslighting. You just don't want this person to project and deflect and say, well, I didn't know this, I didn't know that, you present that. Like, you just don't, I just don't think that's right. I'm going to be honest. Temperance, but then your patience and your balance and your tranquility and your calmness. And this could be some of their mask behavior, but I also do think for the right collective, there's something about your mask that they see. Okay, especially when I said they see through you sometimes. Okay. There's something here. I'm just giving you a heads up. This person thinks you're hiding something. Okay. I don't think you are, but they clearly do. But your rebirth. These are all beautiful, but this. And let's be real. True gaslighters, like, and it comes from trauma, I get it, but it's normally they will hold something against you to get out of something that they have done. Okay, so it's just a bit alarming seeing this. I think it's beautiful intention. I'm not saying that, but you can clearly see this is something, because you need to work on boundaries. So thrown at you after so much pain and heartache and everything kind of ripped away because of this person, you need to learn how to say, I understand you might believe that to be true, or it might be a grievance of yours, but do you not know what I've been through because of this? Like, I lost this. You promised me the world and then literally took it away the next day, or whatever the case may be. I understand you might believe this to be true about myself, but I know I couldn't have, put any more effort in at that time than I did. I did some things wrong. I did this wrong and did that wrong, but I always made it clear how I felt. Okay. I don't know if they think that you might have been disloyal or whatever the case is. There's something here. When they accuse you of something, you've got to learn to stand up for yourself. Where I think in the past you just, again, sorry, I'm going to say a bit of a doormat energy. Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. No, that wasn't it. No. Like, just be logical. I'm kind of like, how dare you? How dare you? After everything I've been through because of this. And yes, you might have been through things, but you were sitting in silence. How was I to know that? Okay. I just wouldn't take that deflection personally. All beautiful. It's just coming from trauma. It doesn't mean that you need more empathy for their trauma than your trauma, is what I'm trying to say. You word that how you want to, but don't be a doormat. And then they're coming I think they see you as divine your strength. See, they need strength here. Otherwise, it would be very easy for you to sit in your alpha, your dominance. That was a conflict in your past here. But your high energy, your power, they see you as fulfilled, that you radiate, you're successful, you're in victory, and I feel you've got something very big coming too. Starting a new cycle, you're hitting it. And then you got the birds again for you too. I just want to go, so I think it's more the communication, and they're just like you, they get nervous, they get flight, they're the same. I'm just going back to this, and I don't think I worded that wrong, right? Because you never want to feel like you're not validating someone, and I think because it's coming from their trauma. One thing for this, I will say, I think this person's been in pain the whole time here, but they chose to stay in avoidance and distraction, whatever it may be. They did not feel pain from this separation, so I don't think it's really fair to say, do you not know what you put me through? I don't think that's the right approach. I think it might trigger them, because even though they've been in silence, it's been painful. Okay, they went through an awakening and healing, so it affected them just as much as you. But I always say we can't overgeneralize people. So how you deal with heartbreak and things is different to how they deal with heartbreak. And this person, clearly in the past, what they needed to heal is their escapist tendencies, the way they shut down when they're faced with conflict and emotion. It scares them, right? So this clearly starts from childhood for them. When it comes to this, if you're getting accused of this, you need to make sure you understand that they understand that you understand where they're coming from, but you do need to stand up for yourself. We both were really hurt from this situation. You might believe that to be true, but I can tell you right now, that's not the case with that. But if that's something you believe to be true about me, there's no amount of words or whatever I can say. That's something you're going to have to come across and deal with. Do you know what and if they're trying to accuse you of something in this separation, Like, let's be real. That's a bit claiming and possessive. If this person broke you, ghosted you, left you bloody stranded, and then they're bringing up something for your separation, that's a bit laughable. I will say that, okay? But and then I just noticed reawakening lost hope. You will know how to deal with this person better than anyone. You're their divine. But this is why you need to simmer, you need to take time, you need to write everything down. And you watch, even if you're writing every day, a different thing's going to come up and it's going to change again. You'll know when you're ready for this conversation, because you'll see things from both aspects. You're not just going to speak about your hurt. You will understand. You'll know. So every day, write down the emotion. Once you get to that day, you can see that bridge. And you can understand all aspects. You understand your emotion, you have understanding towards theirs, but you have a clear perspective. You know what way, you'll know, okay, is all I'm trying to say. All right, let's just see their true intention. Time is ticking. True intention towards you. Yes, okay, well, we know that. I think everything we've said, beautiful. Boundaries, slow and steady. My advice. You got twin flame. Their intention, Sagittarius and energy. It could be a Sagittarius, they could be, but the energy of it. I said a lot of things I should not have said. They know it. I said them out of anger and fear. Sometimes I say things without even thinking. I'm sorry for hurting you with my words. It is genuine. I just don't think either of you are you just want to make sure you're healed enough to learn how to deal with challenges and not turn it into conflict. Like, if you cannot communicate, it's not going to work. So you need to have the rose-colored glasses off, okay? Like, truly, don't be blinded, twin flame or not. Sagittarius, Gemini could be a pairing here, but the energy... I wasn't always there for you when you needed me the most. Instead of trying to comfort you, I jumped ship because I couldn't deal with my own emotions, let alone yours. So there is accountability. And I'm not going to lie, as I'm seeing this, the more I go on, I actually feel you're going to get... I thought you would just get a hey, how are you? I think you're going to get a novel. I think this is... And maybe this is why it's hard for you not to reply. Because the way I keep talking about how you're going to have to deal with it, I think you've got a lot of things coming as a message or an email. It could be an email or a message. I'm not seeing a phone call. I'm like literally seeing blah, 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 blah. Because me to say you're going to have to see this direction, that, like, I think it's going to be very overwhelming. Okay. And this is probably why you're going to have this sense of urgency. I need to reply. It's the first time they've told me how they feel since blah, blah, blah. No. Take time. Okay. Take time. See that message for what it is. Like, just if you read it in the emotion and you just want to, it's just not, I just feel it's not going to go right. Patience. So they're reflecting on how long you've been waiting, or how long this has been. I wouldn't say waiting. I think they think you're a bit indifferent right now. I just want you to know how much I miss you and how much you mean to me. It's been so difficult moving on without you, but I'm waiting for the perfect time to return, and I'm trusting the process. Maybe that's something you need to say too. Just that they need to trust the process. This needs it. You'll know. I'm going to shut up. You'll know. Okay. I want to get you one of these. Okay, be effing decisive. The red or blue pill, I see that as. Right or wrong, make a decision. The road of life is paved with flat squirrels that couldn't make a decision. So there I am telling you. And we get a card that's like, make a decision. So... but stay magic. Maybe it's something in your actual life right now that you're stuck on a crossroads with. I was saying before, you'll be getting a lot of lessons. Stay magical as F. It's all about to happen for you. Just believe that the universe works in strange effing ways. I'm just going back to this red or blue pill. I would take the hard path, the path of patience. I wouldn't take the easy path here. So the instant gratification, the moment of bliss, the instant... I wouldn't do that. You could have just watched The Matrix, or you need to. It's so funny. I find the Tower of the Major Arcana really depict the Matrix journey, Neo's journey perfectly. Okay. The magic is in you, so keep it the F alive. Pay no attention to non-believers. You are cosmic stardust, and you've got too much magical shit to do. Don't be distracted with whatever's in your life. When it comes to this, my advice, take the hard pill. Don't take the hard pill. Take the red pill, not the blue pill. I want one more for the effing decisive. Hold on. I actually want tarot for that. What's this? Yeah, there's something you're not seeing right. And it could be this as well. You get anxious for no reason, doom or gloom. Okay, something about 3 of Cups and your reunion as well. But maybe there's something, just side note, to do with social gatherings or getting yourself back out there for something. Especially you got the guarding card. Maybe you know, if you're online, right, or your business is evolving and you've been invited to do something, but you're more of a hermit. There is some, because the guarding card that confirms you're not making and you need to make it. Okay, it's something to do with social gatherings, friendships, good times, partying, collaborations. But this all ties into your reunion as well. I need to say it. Or you could even be having a school reunion coming up that you don't want to go to. But there's something here. Your mind's playing havoc on you. You're getting trapped in something you don't even need to be. Okay, remember how magical you are. Choose to take the harder path in life, the path that makes you nervous. Because that's what you need to work on right now. Don't fall short. Okay? That's my advice. Trust. And you got Hierophant again. Very beautiful collective. I think this person has a very beautiful intention towards you. But I'm not going to lie. I think you both just need a bit more healing. It's not coming from a place of malice or deceit or this or that. You just need to build your bond and your foundation. Okay? Very important. Don't rush the process of love. Worth waiting for. Be patient. You've waited long enough to not do it right, is what I just heard. It was all worth waiting for. Keep an open mind and be patient. Okay, look at this as one of the biggest love tests of your life. You're about to get triggered into such deep evolution if you see it that way. Instead of sitting in the emotion of anxiousness and butterflies, and see the lessons over these next couple weeks. They say there's no bigger lesson than your divine. This can be very transformative in more of a way than just union energy, but something to do with your own duality. Okay. I feel this can really break you free from codependence. I think you put on pause and walking through that fear of being abandoned again. You're going to start getting empowered. Remember, burn to learn. You need to walk through that fire. I think this could be a huge catalyst of you really, really starting to understand and soothe that abandonment trauma you once had by not acting impulsively and anxiously, because that's where it comes from. Being too scared they're going to walk away, even though they've treated you terribly. Be empowered. See yourself. Okay? Trust. Spiritual factors. So that could be brought up. Spiritual, religious factors. Calling in, I'm going to say your person. Okay? It says soulmate, but they're going to... I feel, as I was going through this, at first I thought it was just something... I think it's a big expression coming. I really do. And I think this is why there's going to be such a sense of urgency. And let's be real, for the few of you where it's not big expression, there should be no need for sense of urgency in your soul. Okay? You deserve more than that. Just saying. All right. Love you guys. Let's get you some charms. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. I think this person might be seeking you out for some other reasons as well, this collective. Striking message on its way, the Cobra. Big J. J could be important, and the H is in the J. JH is good. That's never happened. It's in there. Crescent moon. M. Divinely gut. Your perseverance is about to pay off. Good luck is on your side. God, you might really need to turn to your spirit team as well with this. Okay, ask for guidance, get out in nature, see the signs that are around you on this day and the upcoming weeks as well, because they're going to give you a lot of guidance with how to handle this. Trust in the magic that you are, your Venus star. Okay. It's going to be beautiful, and I'm seeing D and C there as well. And then your perseverance elephant. So there's something about your cycle. I've had a few collectives where your cycle's coming in now. Like, not just for, start of your karmic cycle. Okay. Angel numbers, specific numbers. 7th of the 6th, 6th of the 7th, 16th of the 10th, 1st of the 7th, 7th of the 1st, 777. 3, Jupiter energy, Empress energy. 6th of the 5th, 5th of the 6th, 1st of the 5th, 5th of the 1st, 12th of the 7th, 7th of the 12th, 121, 1221, 122, angel number, but 12th of the 1st, first number. Alright, my angels, I love you guys, and good luck.